All right, let's take a look at the S&P 500 here for coming into April 17th, 2012, so the close on Monday. If we do the retraces to start out, you go off that 1074 low that we had in October. That dropped us briefly into a bear market. Get this set up here right on the 1074.77 that we hit, and the 1422 ends the range that we recently had. So that gives an idea of where the retracements are. Now if you extend this line here and come across, you'll see that the first retracement of this entire range is right around where a lot of key moving averages, ones that I like to use, the 400, the 600, and of course then the 200, are all coming into play in the 150. And as you can see, the green line, which is the 50-day moving average over here, has been breached once. This was kind of a washout on this big drop and a bounce back. And as you can see here, the brown line is the 10-day moving average that is currently resistance. Now if you draw a line here and extend this up, you'll see that support has been broken, and you can also see where the line is creating resistance. That sets up where this cross is right here, a key spot, and that's 1292. That's the high off of the 1074.77 October low on the S&P. Let's take a look at some more technicals here. We can draw lines from here, the bottom when we were way oversold, to the extension here, and as you can see, we never, once we lost this, we went straight down. And now the key spot on the S&P 500 that I love to watch is this RSI, and the 50 is right in the middle. If you're 70, you're way overbought. If you're 30, you're way oversold. If you're 50, you're in the middle. You could go either way, but as you can see, this topped out here, and now we're back under it. So the spot that the S&P is setting up for now is, and I'll show it with a green line here, most likely the first spot that's going to be tested, since this 1357.38 has already been seen, is right down here at this 1340 spot, and you'll see that there's some congestion here back before we went down and tested those areas. So that's how that sets up. If we go back to the RSI and draw the lines back down, you're gonna see, and this can be right more often than not. Notice if we put a green line here and extend it through, we'll use a horizontal line, you'll see that we've already breached that area underneath the green line there. And as I said before, it sure looks like 1396 is not going to be seen before we come back to at least 1340, and that most likely doesn't hold, and we do hit this first retracement spot of this entire range. You can see if you extend this out to create a channel from the 1101.54 low, and if you create a channel to that point right there, you'll see that everything points back down towards that. So let's just take a look at one more thing here. The MACD not looking good right now. It's in complete free fall, and as you can see, it's not the same area yet to turn up as we did even at 1158, and the 1074 low was not a huge drop. This is starting to roll over, and it's very similar, but what really sticks out that sets up for what could be a major downtrend upcoming is how this smoothed out for such a long time, and now it's started to roll over. And you can see, as much as I hate to bring this up, the market almost always repeats itself. You can see how this smoothed out and then huge drop. If we go down and we look at the money flows, we were extremely overbought money wise up in here. Now that's starting to pull back again at 1074. As you can see, we didn't really dip down anywhere near as far as we did on the money flows when we went to that 1158. So the on-balance volume has started to go the other way, and that's the pullback. The last thing that I always want to look at when I look at any chart is the volume. And if we look at the volume bars here, you can certainly see that we still don't have the kind of volume that we want to set up a major sell-off here. In fact, it's gone down. Now, when volume decreases on a pullback, that's healthy. So even to pull back to this area, if we do it on less volume than we went up, that's going to be bullish. But again, I'm really looking at 1292 area to hold this 1281, 1269, all of this before we go higher. And of course, what I said, 1396.04 is going to act as major resistance on this index, with today's close of 1369.57 or yesterday's. That's what we'll look for. So that's the S&P 500 for April 16th, 2012, the close. We'll be back tomorrow.